Welcome to the demo. Okay, so in today's demo, we'll try to learn about the digestion process of the carbohydrates which we consume through our food. Okay, so carbohydrates are this group of macronutrients which include starch, glucose, fructose, lactose, maltose, sucrose. Lactose is a milk sugar, sucrose is what we consume through our regular table sugar. Okay, and fructose is fruit sugar, right? So these are all the molecules that we consume on a daily basis, and we need to know, okay, how these products or these molecules are getting digested in our body. Okay, so the first thing which happens when we consume any carbohydrate, and especially starch, if you're talking about starch, is the sources of starch are potato, rice. All right, so when we consume starch first, okay, the salivary amylase in our saliva in our mouth, okay, it will first break down the starch into maltose, which is a disaccharide. Okay, so a small percentage of this digestion takes place here. Rest of the starch digestion will take place in small intestine. Okay, all right. Okay, very good. Then, okay, what is the next step here? As the food travels down to the small intestine, the pancreatic amylase, which is present there, which was being secreted by the pancreas, okay, it comes down and it will start digesting the rest of the starch into maltose. Okay, so once this is done, the maltose, and along with, there are also other disaccharides. What are the other disaccharides that we need to digest in our body? Okay, the common disaccharides are, along with maltose, okay, which has come from starch, breakdown of starch, we have sucrose, and we have lactose. Now the body can only take up the monosaccharides or the sugars that are glucose, fructose and galactose. It can't absorb the disaccharides because they are bigger molecules, large molecules. Okay, right. So the small intestine has this capability of absorbing monosaccharides. Okay, so what will happen now? We'll see. Okay, so the maltose will break down into two units of glucose, glucose plus glucose. Okay, and the enzyme responsible for that will be maltase. The next molecule is sucrose. Sucrose is broken down into glucose and fructose, which are both again monosaccharides or sugars. Okay, the enzyme responsible is sucrase. Easy, isn't it? Maltose, maltase enzyme, sucrose, sucrase enzyme. Okay, the last is lactose. It will break down into galactose, which is a sugar, plus glucose, right? And the enzyme responsible is lactase. Easy, isn't it? It's easy to remember this way. Maltose is broken down into glucose and glucose by maltase. Sucrose is broken down into glucose and fructose by sucrase. And lactose is broken down into galactose plus glucose by lactase enzyme. So this is how we finally get all these monosaccharides. And this is the way how these monosaccharides can be easily absorbed by the small intestine, by the villi in the small intestine. Okay. So what did we understand in the carbohydrate digestion as of such? Okay, the digestion begins from the mouth itself. Okay, number one. The number two is the salivary and the pancreatic amylase. They convert starch into maltose. Okay. Number three, the disaccharidases. What are the disaccharidases? Maltase, sucrase, and lactase. These are the enzymes. Because we are talking about enzymes, we'll use the suffix ase. Okay, maltase, sucrase, lactase. Okay, these are the enzymes. Okay, so these enzymes will break down the disaccharides into monosaccharides, which will be easily absorbed by the small intestinal villi. Okay, thank you. I hope you understood the demo. Have a nice day.